The views expressed in this broadcast do not reflect that of the network and/or its affiliates. Visit buttonroach.com for more information and to view the entire network. The following is presented by Button Roach ENT, Uncensored Global Entertainment.
I know my, I know my, I know my, I know my, I know my.
Really real. I'm really, really real. I'm real.
This is Real Loud Radio, and I'm your host, DJ Real Naughty. And I know it's been a while. Haven't really been on the show. Definitely, Joey's been taking over for the show with the Wrap It Up episode, and the last episode that he interviewed a poet, Morgana Speak Slow, Native American poet. And yeah, so basically I'm back. So I hope you guys miss me, and I'm ready to go, man. I'm feeling good. We got another poet. She goes by the name Kathryn Ramirez, and she's a very hot poet out of Moreno Valley, Riverside County, California. So we definitely want to get into it right now. And one of her poems we're going to play for you right now is Poa Orgasmic. I hope I said that right. Or Po Orgasmic. All right, so we're going to play that one for you guys by Kathryn Ramirez. Let's get
it. This one's called Po Orgasmic. Oh, my Po, oh, 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 oh. You're deeper than you'll ever know. Your ink makes my river flow. Oh, my Po, oh, 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 oh. I moan, I scream, I beg for more. Scratches on your back, your skin is tore. Oh, my Po, oh, 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 oh. Fill me now, yes, fill me up. Spill your ink inside my cup. Oh, my Po, oh, 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 oh. Climax just gets higher and higher. You're the fuel that lights my fire. Oh, my Po, oh, oh. Fill me up, my Po, my Po.
Wow, that was Po Orgasmic, very orgasmic, by Kathryn Ramirez. And we actually have Kathryn Ramirez with us right now. Hey, how you doing, Kathryn?
Hey, I'm really excited to be at Real Loud Radio.
Hey, and we also have Joey Ivy with us, co-hosting. What's good, Joey?
Hey, what's good, Real Loud Radio? Kathryn, Real Naughty, what's up?
Hey,
how are you guys? Thank you for the read.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for being on Real Loud Radio. Thank you so much. And for all our Real Loud Radio listening fans, check her out, Kathryn Ramirez. She goes on Twitter as Ramirez_Kathryn. Check her out. She's Real Loud, Riverside County. Kathryn, really a lot of thanks.
Definitely. That poem, wow. Can you, let's get into that one before we ask any more questions. What was
let's get into that one, please. Oh, my Po. Oh, my Po.
What inspired you to
the
make
reason
that
why I did the piece because I was caught up in the middle of my Poe series and also sending sweet nothings to the husband, and I just came up with this idea, I wonder what it would be like if Annabelle Lee was sexting to Edgar Allan Poe, what that would be like, and then that's just kind of the result. Also, it has a double meaning, too, because to me, I think that, a man who can articulate his words perfectly, a man who can express his feelings through some sort of art it's sexy. So I decided to write Po Orgasmic.
It is definitely a very, very sexy song, but it's also one where it's very poetic. You use the title, My Po, My Po, My Po. It kind of reminds me of, rest in peace, Robin Williams, when he did Dead Poet Society, and the way he engaged his students. I just feel your repetition of Po, My Po, My Po, it's definitely very orgasmic because, it gets you to repeat certain things that we take pleasure in. And in this case, just like myself, we're in love with poetry, so.
I like what you said that, for you find it, attractive when a guy is able to, put his words into poetry. And
exactly,
kinda,
like people underestimate a man who can express himself. They do, they truly do. They want to go after the guy with the swag, but the guy with the swag isn't worth shit. But when you pay attention to the ones who can articulate the way that they feel, they're in touch with their own feelings, they're comfortable expressing them, that's the man that's going to respect you. And for me, I wanted to get that message out there because the young girls of today, man, they're going after the wrong thing. Seek intelligence.
That is real. That is real. That is real.
Yo, Kathryn Ramirez, shots fired. Let's go. Let's turn up.
Boom.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. A lot of people nowadays, they don't appreciate, real art and real poetry. And a lot of dudes, like, a lot of guys out there will be like, oh, that's gay if a guy does poetry. It's like, no, but that will get you, someone like
It's
yourself.
not, I don't think it's gay, but like what I think it is like a lot of guys think that it's like demasculine or it makes them lower on a totem pole or something. But I think, honestly, a man who is 100% secure in who he is, how he feels, and he's not afraid of feeling any emotions, he's more man than any of the brass and the bronze type. So I don't know. People, I guess.
That is loud. That is real loud because at least that, what's good is that the young generation of today, especially the young artists of today, female artists too, could see through some of the propaganda of what a good boy should be or a good boyfriend should be, So that's really cool. And you know what? On the topic of, the inspiration to write that poem, in general, I know you and I had a chance to talk off air about your inspiration in poetry, and you told me that a lot of burden. Your pen was a burden.
Yeah, my pen was kind of like what you would call burden-born. I started writing when I was 8 years old, and the only reason why I started writing is because I was dealing with a lot of things that would normally break down in adults, but I was dealing with it at 8. The biggest part of it was finding out that my dad had terminal illness, and over the course of 4 years, slowly watching him, like I was a daddy's girl, slowly watching him just fall apart, it was too much, and I didn't have the vocabulary, I didn't have the strength to physically speak what I was feeling, but I had a really good staff at Meadowview Elementary where I attended school back in Kentucky, and my librarian, Miss Wilson, showed me some Edgar Allan Poe poetry, and then instantly I was hooked. And then so she gets me a journal, and she showed me you don't have to speak, but you have to get it out. You have to. If you don't want to cry, don't cry, but write your tears down on paper, and it'll help you. And I've been writing ever since.
Wow.
A lot, but not everybody's virgin-born, but that's where I come from.
Well, would you say that your father being sick inspired you to write poetry?
I think mostly I was too afraid to show what I was feeling at the time because the youngest was 7 and my mom had a lot on her plate, and I didn't want to be an extra burden to her, so I shut up and I held everything in eternal. But then I ended up eventually learning poetry and getting it all out. So losing my dad was the big key to all of it. If I hadn't had that break, I probably would have never found the pen.
Wow. So sometimes it does take some turmoil event, a negative one.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I think it was Shakespeare. They went through the Black Plague, and he had to witness all that dark things, and then he became the great that we know him as. Because prior to that, he was just dabbling.
I know that you use Poe Orgasmic. I know one of your famous artists is Edgar Allan Poe. Who else do you follow? Who else do you follow? Even contemporary too.
Well, I like to keep most of my following underground. I have a list of poets that I listen to, and not listen to, but write back and forth and read their stuff on Poetry Soup. Some of their names are Cassara Nance, Jan Allison, Arthur Vasso, Lyric Man, Richard Lamorex, and Robert Lindley, also Honestly JT. I actually just did a collaboration with Robert Lindley. He's a brilliant poet.
Wow. Is he from California?
Honestly, I don't know, because Poetry Soup is an international site. So you meet people from all walks of life, and it's a beautiful place to see some more perspective.
Right. That's where we saw your work at poetrysoup.com. So Real Loud Radio fans, check that out, poetrysoup.com, and look for Kathryn Ramirez's poetry.
Yeah, and feel free it's free to sign up for the non-membership. You can go in. It's a very beautiful, warm place to be. You can meet every genre of poetry. You're going to find it there, and it'll feel like home. So feel free to sign up and hit me up also.
Oh, that'll be awesome. And we're definitely going to check out those poets that you mentioned because they sound like real loud people if you're following them. Naughty, you were going to...
Oh, I know I wanted to ask a question. I'm not really that into poetry. I love it, though, but I don't really follow it. I know much about it. Like, what would you say your genre is of poetry?
My genre, I don't really have one. It's like... I don't have a filter, so if I feel it, I'm writing it. And it's a bad thing sometimes, it's a good thing sometimes. But for me, I try not to stick to general, like a genre for myself. I don't stick to one. I just, as I feel it, I'm raw with it, I'll throw it out there.
Let me ask you this, too, because I know a poem that we're going to play a little later on is Rock Bottom. And has a lot. And a lot. Some of your poetry too is very, very, contemporary sounding, a little rap, hip hop.
Yeah, that's something I'm dabbling in. I'm not the best at dabbling with that, but my nephew actually is a big part of that. He has a group called the Wicked Jokers. Y'all could check him out too.
Oh, nice.
He's really into the rap and stuff like that, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. And I've just been dabbling with that over the last year or so.
Wow. Any people in particular that you're inspired by in that genre?
In the rap genre, I really like Tech-9. I like some of his underground stuff better than this newer stuff, but I really like him. Like, I also like Fragile. That's a really, like, from all three perspectives in the writing industry, if you look at the lyrics, it tells everything right there.
Wow, we are definitely very, very lyric-oriented here on Real Loud Radio because we like writing, and we like reading writing and listening to people read.
Yeah, who knows? If she keeps on with the rap stuff, she'll be like the next Iggy or something, like Iggy Azalea.
I'll be like Eminem, but instead of it being like the E and Eminem, it's going to be like M&M, like the candy.
Wow, that'll be great. Oh, my gosh. And you heard it first on Real Loud Radio.
Yeah.
We definitely want to check out your nephew. Who knows? We'll probably get him on the show, too, and interview
Yeah, he has a unique perspective. He's also bird and born, but that kid, he has been through hell, and he still manages to release it through his pen and constructively, so...
And I know, when we had a chance to speak offline, a couple of things came up, and you've been through a real loud experiences. So let me ask you this. I mean, what's the best advice that anyone has ever given you?
The best advice, to sum it up in 4 words, would be fuck what they think. It doesn't matter if somebody disagrees. If somebody disagrees with what you have to say, let them disagree, because as long as you're being honest in what you're writing, for every person that disagrees with you or dislikes your boldness, there's going to be 2 more that's going to respect you for your boldness. Just be real. It doesn't matter if everybody agrees with you or not, because that will never happen. Just don't people please. That's the best advice I've ever been given.
Wow, that's loud, man.
And that's definitely a real loud answer right there. I mean, that's another thing that's about Real Loud Radio. We definitely don't give a fuck what people think. We say what we want. We say
if you care, exactly.
If talk real shit and we say it, loud and proud. We don't care.
Exactly. It's like if it's your thought and it's your feeling, why deny yourself the right to get it out there? It doesn't matter what somebody else thinks about it. It's your feeling. If you feel that it needs to be validated by getting it out there, get it out there. Fuck what they think.
Also, like, the way you dress, too, or maybe tattoos or, other things that people can judge you based on, It's like, it's your body. You could do what you want with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't get too crazy with it and then have people call you, like a thought or, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be seen in a bad light, but at the same time, if you want to